everyone, 9stick Nate here. Welcome to MACNA 2017. So what is MACNA? MACNA is a 3-day trade show / conference. You can speak to hobbyists and different vendors about new and current products. You can see livestock, listen to various presentations. You can just talk and bullshit with a lot of cool people. And you can buy a showroom only or a day or weekend pass. So stay tuned as we explore limited content. We're going to keep this fun, positive, and G-rated. Members only? Are you kidding me? What the hell's a MACNA member anyways? Oh, there just so happens to be a booth right by the door, and they sell MACNA memberships for $20. Or I could wait an hour and get in later. Talk about extortion, I call bullshit. Cicero? Why do they have Cicero from the Dark Brotherhood of Skyrim on here? Okay, that's pretty creepy. Alright, so now onto the content. I'm not going to edit here, like visually or auditory-wise. It's a pain in the ass, but I want to apologize for my camera skills up front. This is overexposed. This rock looked darker in person, and I just want to focus on here. These lights kicked ass. There were LED lights, the curves, I believe. I have it somewhere here. But they look like metal halides, basically. T5 lighting, no, not T5, LED lighting has really come a long way. Did I mention I wasn't going to edit this? So I met a lot of YouTubers, actually. And they were all really genuine people, really cool. And it was fun talking and meeting these people. But I'll say, every time I go to one of these shows, not one of these in general, but like a frag swap, I always kind of run into that one crazy person. You know, I was talking to someone in line somewhere, and he was kind of name-dropping a lot, saying he was in the hobby for so long, and I wasn't really impressed, so the bullshit just kept growing. It was kind of interesting, but I always run into one person that has this special formula that they've been using, and apparently this guy has some stuff that lets his frags grow 2 to 3 inches a week, which would technically be a foot a month or 12 feet a year. Yeah, I don't buy it. But it's entertaining nonetheless. So what I really enjoyed was just all the products and whatnot you could see. Some of it's new and some not so new. But you could actually examine it, touch it, feel it, do whatever you want, you know, and kind of determine if it's something you want or not want. Then you can talk to the vendors about it. There was also a lot of products from Taiwan, and there were, you know, I spoke to a couple people, and they're trying to basically break into our market, you know, which is cool, and some of them were even asking my opinion on how I thought certain lights, what the American public basically liked or wanted, and yeah, it was kind of cool that they were just seeking information as well. So I really like this product here. It was Carib Sea Life Rock. It doesn't have that purple, I dipped it in purple paint look to it, but it's real rock. It wasn't, you know, cement or anything like that. And painted, and it has spored bacteria on it. And I didn't see much information on YouTube prior to this, but what was cool is you could play with the rock and build scapes. If you took a picture and threw it up on their Facebook page, you could actually win some of the rock, and I did. So that is on the way, and in the future I'll make a little vid on that. I noticed there were a lot of cool aquariums as well, a lot of like Red Sea Reefer type all-in-ones with the sump underneath. Some I'd never heard of. This was a cool one. I can't afford that at all. This one was by Giesman. So sorry about the color here, but it has that rimmed look to it. The front display is glass, like the cabinet, and I guess you can exchange that out. So if you don't want that particular color, you can change it. And I like the corner overflow. Who knows when this is going to come out though, and I have no idea about the price, but coming soon to a store near you, maybe. And I couldn't find any information about the Giesman Genesis. They didn't know exactly when it was going to come out. I heard it was supposed to come out in August, now September, who knows. This, very cool. It's a roller sock device. It's expandable. You can throw it in your sump. Check out Reef Builders, they kind of did a review. There's other people that did MACNA stuff, much better than mine. And I don't know, just gaze at some of the products, see what you see. And these sumps are way too high class for me. I mean, you really can't have something like this under a stand. It really has to be displayed. I don't know if I'd have those particular colors, but this is pretty badass. So it's basically T5 fixtures that will hook onto your LEDs. So if you have Kessel, you have Radeon, you have Hydras, they will basically hook on, and you have like a little kit here where you can add T5s. The little hanging kits, like the bars, don't come included, those like pipes, but I think you can buy those separately, and well, you can, and they actually clamp onto the tank. But this, pretty cool stuff. Take my money. Well, not mine, I already have T5s, but the concept is cool. And then there were all sorts of like alkalinity monitors, stuff like this. Take a look. Real cool. It's above my pay grade. This one you actually have to buy a monthly subscription, my bad. But it does cool stuff. Now onto the livestock. So Ore, really cool company, really cool. I can't stress that enough. So there's the fish, and I kind of really don't care about fish. But overhearing the reps, they really knew their products. They knew their fish. I picked their brains on corals. You know, we had this display overflow type tank with all sorts of SPS, and I just asked every single question as far as IDs, lighting requirements, all that kind of stuff. Just the people there really knew what they were talking about, and they really knew their product. So this one really caught my eye. This one was awesome. It's a Stylo or the Stellar. On the left, if you know what this one, it's kind of purplish or pink to the left, let me know. It's pretty awesome. And thanks in advance. So there was a lot of cool LPS also. I'm not a big fan of LPS, but that might change. I'll have another tank, perhaps, with a bunch of mushrooms, stuff like that. LPS. I love the meat corals. There were all sorts of cool meat corals as well. And some of the brains, too. That disc-looking thing, I have no idea what that is, but it looks cool and expensive. But it was also cool talking to the vendors, collecting cards so you could visit their website. Some were actually wholesalers, but you know, you could see their products. And it was also cool talking to them just to see how they grew their stuff, what sort of lighting they were using, what sort of requirements, what sort of par they were running things at. And some were pretty open. Also, it's maybe a little bit unbiased unless they're sponsored by someone. But some of the SPS people, they just ran like no-namer LED boxes that they kept them at full blast, high for spread. Some of them actually said they kept theirs at about like 600 at the water level, and like frag level like around 400 or so. It depends who you talk to. Some said, you know, they're pretty adaptive, which, you know, I've heard other people say that as well. And but, you know, it was cool just talking to the people, getting some info. I didn't make it to any of the presentations. I just didn't feel like sitting down and having death by PowerPoint. I'd rather just watch it later on YouTube or something. That and some of the information is just too much for me. I really don't care about the conclusive analysis of coral pathophysiology or light dynamics or resonance cascades. No thanks. Things to consider or tips before going to MACNA. Number 1, shop around for hotels and flights. MACNA offered a $150 a day stay at a hotel, or you could use Orbitz like me, and I got 3 nights at a hotel and a flight for $550. Good deal. 2, don't bring your family unless they're interested. They can slow you down or rush you. 3, stay the last day. There's a lot of raffles that they really kind of didn't tell you about, but you have to be present and they're at the last day. And 4, outweigh the risks of bringing coral home. Is there going to be a guarantee? My flight was delayed or canceled 3 times, and that would have sucked. If I just bought them online, which I didn't buy any coral there, but if you buy them online, more likely the shipping's free, you have a guarantee, you can get freebies, that sort of thing. So, alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you next year at MACNA.